My definition of hypnosis is a relaxed state of mind in which you're more suggestible than you are in everyday waking consciousness. So to elaborate on that, to give you the footnotes for that, a relaxed state of mind meaning alpha or lower, and regular awakening consciousness means beta. So it's a relaxed state of consciousness, meaning alpha or lower, in which you are more suggestible. As I've mentioned when I said, why do hypnosis anyway? So my reason for doing hypnosis ties into my definition of hypnosis. You are more suggestible while in hypnosis, and that's why we do it. The 5 parts are the induction. That's where you're inducing hypnosis. You're getting them to go into hypnosis, relax, drift deeper and deeper. You'll see an example of that when I do it later. Well, the first part is just relax. The second part is go deeper and deeper. So what I like to do is the first part, in the relaxation part, you would do that for about 10 or 20 minutes, depending on how much relaxation you really need to get yourself into it. And if you fall asleep, it's fine, because your eyes close, but your ears don't. They stay open, and they stay open to monitor your environment. Like a mother, if she falls asleep. I just got my hair cut, and I was having a conversation with the lady who was cutting my hair. And she was saying, we're talking about hypnosis, which is a common conversation for me. And she said, yeah, when my kids yell, I hear them right away. I said, see, that's because your ears stay open. You're programmed to monitor your environment for your survival and your kids' survival. And so I can also demonstrate it another way. If you've ever had the phone ring or some noise happen while you were, quote unquote, sleeping, and you have a dream about it, you wake up the next morning and you find out, oh, the phone did ring, or something did fall over in the kitchen, but it got incorporated into your dream. That's an example of you being, quote unquote, asleep, or your ears recording, your hearing recording the information. So you don't have to worry about falling asleep while being in hypnosis. The only time you'd have to worry is if you're trying to do self-hypnosis and you're playing both roles as the hypnotherapist and the patient at the same time. And so the next thing is the script, and the script is the programming part. But sometimes people need to make big changes in their lives. I recommend, if you're making a recording for yourself and you've got a few things going on, maybe you need to lose weight, stop smoking, and stop something else, just pick one of them and work on it. Listen to that recording for 21 nights in a row, get yourself up and running on it, then switch to the next thing. And work on I recommend working on the biggest thing first. What's the big thing that you really want to work on? Tackle that first. Once you get that handled, and people will tell you this no matter how they, overcome something. When you overcome something that you thought was big before, you become invincible, basically. So after the script is amnesia. The amnesia part of the session is designed to interfere with the conscious recollection of the subconscious programming. It's still there. It's just you don't want it consciously thought about. So that's why we introduce amnesia, which is you will find it difficult to remember the things that I've said during this session. It's the shortest part of the hypnosis session. It's very quick. You're just throwing in a sentence or two. You may find it difficult to remember some or all of the suggestions that I've given you today during this hypnosis session. So far, we have induction, inducing hypnosis, just talking about something relaxing, beach, woods, etc. Deepening, downward counting, sun going down, and they're relaxing more. Script, which is where you're programming them. And I have some techniques that you all can use, that I'll share during this session I'm about to do. And amnesia, which I'm not going to do, which is scrambling the conscious recollection of the subconscious programming, undoing our good work, potentially. We don't want that. And the consumer doesn't want that either. Whether they know it or not, they don't want that because they want the results. And then transtermination, which on the hypnosis recordings I produce, just say go to sleep in a more elaborate hypnotic way. But for the purposes of our session today, I'm going to say come back up at the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, come back up, but in a more hypnotic way. So transtermination can go one of two ways. That's the 5th part. Wake up or go to sleep. If you're listening to a recording at night, it's best to have the go to sleep version, because who wants to listen to an hour audio at bedtime and then wake up at the end of it and think, I was an hour into sleep and now I'm awake. So, carry on. And your subconscious mind still records through your ears. The kind we're going to do today is wake up, because, this is a teaching thing you're listening to, not bedtime necessarily.